Hello guys, gals and gamers, and welcome back to a really long commercial that you're not really sure what they're advertising until the very end, when it turns out it's just a completely unrelated random product. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Nintendo released a very mysterious trailer on their YouTube channel and other social networks. Now, this mysterious trailer featured Emio, the smiling fan, a happy little fella, being in a dark and mysterious room with a paper bag on his head, reminding me a lot of my college days. Now, this teaser was very weird, it was creepy, it was very not Nintendo. Nintendo basically have never done a horror game before, and I actually made a video on that if you want to check it out. Woo! Self-promotion! Wow! And Nintendo fans got very excited over this teaser trailer. What is this about? We want to know. This sounds exciting. This is so un-Nintendo. I want to play Emio, whatever it is. I can't wait to find out more. And then, a week later, they found out more, and now they hate it. Because a week later, they released another small teaser revealing that Emio was actually a new game in the Famicom Detective Club series, a series that was for a long time thought to be just, dead and buried, until, I think last year, it got a remake of the first two games, and now a fully new addition to the series, which on a conceptual level is pretty cool actually. So why do Nintendo fans hate this now? Good question. Well, they are Nintendo fans, first of all. They hate a lot of stuff for absolutely no good reason, but I think the reasons here are actually quite valid. One thing is that a lot of people just don't like visual novels, and that is understandable as Nintendo fans can't read. Second of all, I think the follow-up to the brilliant Emio teaser was very lackluster, because we did not actually get a trailer for this brand new Famicom Detective Club game. We got another teaser, like I think I mentioned before. We got a couple of screenshots, okay, good, I guess. And the biggest thing we got was a producer interview. Now, I'm not a marketing expert. I can pretend to be one if you pay me enough, but I'm not. And I don't think this is a very good follow-up to a teaser. A good follow-up would just be a trailer. And another thing here, and again, I'm trying to be as nice as possible, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about a producer interview when you don't even know the game? It's a new IP, basically, to a lot of people, and you're promoting it with a producer interview. That's not engaging, that's not exciting, that's something you should release during the launch period to give a little bit more information about how was it making the game, stuff like that people already interested in the game would check out if they want to, not everyone. But for gauging interest, for engaging the audiences, it's not good. I don't think it's a good option. So yeah, I understand why people are disappointed. And I'm kind of disappointed as well. I don't care about the fact that it is a visual novel, because I still feel like Nintendo hasn't really given me a lot I should care about. I mean, just go on Steam or even the Switch eShop. There is plenty more visual novels that are way worth your time. There's thousands of them, especially on platforms like Steam. There are stuff like the Ace Attorney trilogy, which is really fun, really well-made visual novels. And then there's stuff like A House in Fata Morgana, which is a very well-written gothic horror story. And then there's stuff like Hentai Academy, which has tits on it. So why should I care about Famicom Detective Club? Nintendo, give me a reason to care. Because If this wasn't made by Nintendo, this would just be lost in like those thousands of other visual novel games. Because otherwise I'm not seeing like what is here for me to care about. Is it the story? I don't know. And if it is the story, then it's not really an effective marketing tool. Because a lot of Nintendo fans, I feel like we don't care too much about the story too much. Because Nintendo fans are kind of used to Nintendo games not being so much about the story. We are more show us the gameplay kind of people. You know, you don't play Mario games for the story, you don't really play Zelda games for the story. You might play Xenoblade for the story sometimes, but still, it's mostly about the gameplay, I feel. So, what is in here? And that's really what people want to know. So, Mr. Nintendo, if that even is your real name, I know you're watching this. You are subscribed to my OnlyFans. So I know that it's a very good chance that you are subscribed to me on here as well. So I'm going to give you some pointers on if you still have time to edit the trailer that you will hopefully be pushing out sometime soon. Here are stuff that you should include there. Number 1. Show us more of that creepy aspect of Emio the Smiling Man, because that was certainly one of the more effective things about the first trailer. It was creepy, and Nintendo fans, they're not used to creepy. The creepiest thing you've shown them is Luigi's mansion, and it has this. It's not really creepy. And play more into it, like show us a few creepy scenes there is. Show us some of the more graphic things as well, because that's not what Nintendo's kind of used to, and that should intrigue a lot of Nintendo fans, even if they're not used to visual novels, to maybe give this game a shot. Number 2 thing that you should show in your trailer. Show us a little bit more about the gameplay. What is the gameplay like? Is it just talking to people? Because honestly, I don't know. I haven't played a Famicom Detective Club game. If they release an interesting trailer, I will. If they keep the course that they're on, I won't. I want to see more of the gameplay. What is there? What is the moment-to-moment gameplay? And what really makes this game worth buying? Is there movement in a 3D space? Or is it just talking? Is it just navigating menus and reading through text? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And Nintendo, you should be showing me this, because this is a relatively new IP to most people. And I'm not sure how many copies the remake sold, but I assume not too many. But this still is a $50 game. So there should be some meat to those bones. I would hope. And the third thing you need to show in your trailer is how has this game evolved? We just got the remakes of Famicom Detective Club, I would assume 1 and 2, last year, maybe a year ago, I don't know, time is weird when you get older. How has the game evolved since? How has the series evolved? What makes this worth $50 compared to the remakes of 1 and 2 that are $60? What makes this $20 more worth than a half of the remakes? Yeah, I think that's how the math goes. So, what is new in this one? How is this different than the remix? Is this just a new addition to Famicom Detective Club? Or is this a brand new version of Famicom Detective Club that wasn't able to be made 30 years ago? What's new in here? Why should I care? Nintendo, I want you to answer this. and I'm hoping the answer comes soon, because time is ticking. You are releasing this game for, again, $50 at the end of next month, which is very, very soon. I don't assume this is like the biggest game that you will be releasing this year, because this seems like a small budget thing. But still, it's a good chance to try and grow the series a bit, so why should people care? Please tell me. But that's all I had to say for this video. Do you have any thoughts on Emio the Smiling Man? Were you disappointed by the reveal, or were you not? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. And this video was brought to you by landminesafety.com. Now, you will never ever hear random nerdy little rants like this ever again if all of your friends get blown up by landmines. So be sure to visit landminesafety.com to find out more. Goodbye.